morning. It is Thursday, September 25th. We're still in the campground, but it's going to rain this afternoon. There's like a 60% chance, but on the radar, there's something coming toward us. So we're going to see where this goes. We walked a little bit through the campground, just that way. We slept late this morning and had a big breakfast, and we're now going to see where this goes. We're not really sure. I mean, it's not really on any of the maps or anything. But anyway,
path to the ocean, it
yeah, it says path to the ocean, so we'll see what it is. We thought we heard, last night we heard ocean, so we think we're close. We may be closer than what we think we are to it. So anyway, stop rambling. See ya later.
Yes,
How cool is this? We were very close. There was a road up here. We crossed the Park Loop Road, but the campground's just right there. Really, really close. And came across the road, a little trail down in here. Wow.
You can smell the fish.
Yeah.
Look at all the
Birds and
pots out there.
Oh, lobster pots are out there. Yep. Wow.
This is what we could hear last night.
Yeah, we heard this last night. We knew we were hearing the ocean. And there's evidently, I think there's a bell out here or lighthouse or something we were hearing all night. So, yeah, isn't this beautiful? We're going to sit here on this bench for a little bit and watch this. All right.
It's a little afternoon. We've continued to hike and find things, but we took a little spur trail from the campground for about a mile over to the trail head for the Eagles Crag and Cadillac Mountain trails. So we're going to walk up to the Eagles Crag point, which is about a mile from here. Check it out. We're still not getting any rain, so we keep hiking while we can, because it's supposed to rain this afternoon and be pretty steady into the night. So we'll see if that comes true, but right now nothing's falling out of the sky. It's a pretty day, and the trails are awesome. So we're having fun out here in Acadia National Park, checking it out. We'll keep y'all posted. Probably have some views, I suppose, up here at the crag. So anyway, we will show you that when we get up there. Anything else in between, we'll show you as well.
We are on Eagles Crag, Eagles Crag. And a couple of things, look at the leaf color. It's getting some reds and yellows and stuff in there. And then over there, that's where we were this morning. We were on this side of that little inlet.
Looking over it.
There. So the campground is back over in there. And we walked across the street and we were looking out over to there. Yeah, look how pretty this is. Even on an overcast day. Okay, we are back at the campsite. We did about 5.5 miles, went up to Eagles Crag after walking down the little beach path, and we came back down through the B loop. We're in the A loop camping, so we walked through there. And but anyway, it's raining. It's just kind of little light drizzle right now, but it's supposed to rain harder this afternoon around 4. It's probably about 2 right now. So we're gonna come in here, eat us a sandwich, and see if it's gonna rain any harder. All right, there's Howie. There's our little spot. See you later.
Bye.
Okay, we didn't go back to the camper like we were going to. So we decided to walk out here to the ocean just to see what it looks like at high tide. So those rocks we were watching the water on earlier are underwater, most of them. Yeah, it's raining a little bit. Still pretty.
All right, it's about noon on Friday the 26th. We just left the trail head to start our climb up Cadillac Mountain. Can't think of the trail we're on right now, the Ridge Trail or something like that. Anyway, we'll get that straight in a minute, but we rode the bus that runs through the park from the Nature Center parking lot around here, so when we go over the mountain we just go down to that parking lot and we'll be back at our vehicle, so we don't have to do a double back. We got a nice ride through the park on the bus on the loop road, so we got to see a lot of the lay of the land and the scenery along there, which was nice. Anyway, beautiful day. The rain's moved on from yesterday and last night, yesterday afternoon into last night, pretty much most of the night. So we wanted to save going up on Cadillac Mountain for when we could actually have a view. So we're gonna do it today. We're on our way. We were gonna drive up there but we decided we would hike. So we're off and running. We will check in later. Looks like we got some steps to climb. So let's see what this sign says. So we're on the Cadillac South Ridge Trail. And these are the Kibo Brook Trail and so forth. That's the bus services over there. That's where we just came from. That's to the Gorge Path. So we're heading up this way. We'll check in later. We're about 5 minutes to 1. We're still ascending up on Cadillac Mountain, getting some good views. There's Bar Harbor down there below. I'll zoom in a little bit. You can get a good view of it right there. So anyway, we're heading on up to the top of the mountain here. I can see the top up there. So we'll probably have another nice view up there in a minute, but this is what it's looking like. And right over there is the road that you can drive up to the top of the mountain on. We had planned to maybe do that, but we decided why not hike it. So we changed our mind as usual. But anyway, it's a gorgeous day today. All right, we'll show you the top in a minute. All right, looking like we're on the final approach up to the summit. So it's a nice bald, rocky top. Have some good views up here, so we'll show you those in just a second. Get up here. Finally on the correct trail. We're going down into this gorge. We're on the Gorge Trail. we're getting over there on top of that other mountain across there, and then we're going down the backside of it to our truck. So it's a little bit more difficult trail, but it's okay. We've had a lot of practice with this kind of stuff. So we won't be able to do a lot of video, but I thought I'd show you what we're up to. So we're heading over there. So we got to climb that other side somehow. We'll see where they take us. Beautiful day out here. There's Bar Harbor over to our left here. So gorgeous. All right, there's Cadillac Mountain over there. We came up the other side, went up there to the top, got a little confused, but we figured it out when we went back to the ranger station and got some information. But we came down this side here, down into the gorge, which you can't see, which I showed you a minute ago. Now we come up, we're up on top of Door Mountain now. So it's got a good many trees up here. It's hard to see as well. But we're heading back down now towards the parking lot where we're parked. So we're going to be descending on the Schiff Trail, and it's about 2.5 miles down there, it sounds like. So we'll keep you posted as we go. That was a fun little climb across that gorge. Wasn't too bad at all. Just had to take your time, but the rocks were not slippery. Alright, so we're still figuring it out. Alright, we'll talk to you later. Nice squeeze in here.
A little bit.
Alrighty then. A little after 5, and we're back where we started this morning. This is where we caught the bus that goes through the park. And we left our vehicle here and rode to the other side of Cadillac Mountain and climbed up it and down between it and Door Mountain in a gorge. Then up Door and down this side of Door down to this parking lot. So we had some ups and downs. They were short compared to AT. So there we are right there. And that wraps up our hike for the day, about 5 plus a little bit miles. So, all right.